My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is August 15, 2024. It is 1:27 a.m. I have a couple tweets to share with you, and there's some tweets that I saw that's regarding Harry and Meghan, but they're just prepping up. They're getting ready to receive Meghan, or just rallying up for the Colombia trip. So, but nothing is coming out of Colombia. Alright, so what I'm gonna do here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tweets that I came across, and one of them is a thread, and it's pretty long. So I'm just gonna start recording, and hopefully I finish edit them before new stuff regarding Harry and Meghan coming out of Colombia popped up on my timeline. Okay, so let's look at the background of my channel, and then go on Twitter. 4,422 subscribers. New subscribers welcome. Estimate revenue, oh my god, it's going down. $96.69. Analytics, yeah, they're really not showing any of my videos. 1,038 views in the last 48 hours. So let's go on Twitter. This is the first. Oh, I was just looking at this. This is someone who had some issues with pregnancy, and they will not treat her because they think it's abortion and all of that, and she almost lost her life. This is crazy. And she's saying this is why she's voting for Kamala, because this is what these people refuse to treat her because of the stupid laws that they created. Okay, so let's go to my first tweet. This is Lizz Truss, who's giving some sort of a lecture, and I guess someone played a trick on her. Okay, I'm tweeting this little gem again because I can't stop laughing whenever it pops into my timeline. Lettuce give thanks. Okay, lettuce, literally the lettuce. Let us give thanks that we remain able to have a sense of humor after that iceberg trust crashed the economy and squeezed us even more. All right, so she retweeted that. There's some comments here, but let's go into that. Okay, let's pause. We just dropped in on Lizz Truss pro-Trump speaking tour with a remote control lettuce banner. She didn't find it funny. Okay, it's a minute and 10 seconds.
I support Trump, and I want him to win. And I'm coming to the election, but it's what I was saying a bit about incumbents. I think the average American is not doing well.
What?
And
I'm doing well right now.
I think it was Bill Clinton's advisor who said it's the economy's stupid. So I think that he will probably win.
Yeah, with the kind of stupid laws they're putting for him to win, I came across, I think I have it on the list, where in Georgia they're doing some stuff, remove people from the voting thing, and it's crazy. Do I have it? I hope I have it, because I do have it. I'll put it after this one. It's further down the list, where Georgia creates some sort of a website where they could remove people from voting legally, people who can vote, but they're removing them. It's ridiculous with what's going on. But let's finish.
I've got a list of Trump questions, by the way.
That's the first time. When she said she wants Trump to win, there's some people in the audience that was like, with a gasp. Let me see. It's probably some. Yeah, I support Trump. Listen, like around here.
I support Trump and I want him to win.
Easy. You hear some people like, what? One more time.
I support Trump and I want him to win.
Well, but you hear some people saying yes as well. Alright, so let's leave that alone. Let us hope she sees her funny side to this, remains there, and doesn't leave the stage too soon again. The way they use those words. Alright, so that's that. I don't want to go too much into that. Now, I'm gonna put the voter, the thing that I was just mentioned regarding Georgia. Okay, this is a TikTok video. Someone who's explaining what's going on in Georgia. Let me pause it. Okay, very few people are talking about Georgia's voter registration cancellation website. This website was launched weeks ago and allows people to cancel voter registration or the voter registration of another person. This is freaking ridiculous. And the website literally exposed the voter registration data of Georgia voters for hours upon launch. This story is crazy. All right, listen to this. 4 minutes and 42 seconds. All right, they're setting up things for Trump to win.
I'm going to give you a story that not many people are talking about and very few people seem to know about, but it's really, really important. I am extremely concerned about voter suppression and the reality that voters in Georgia are going to be illegally canceled from the rolls in mass numbers for 2024 election, but after the deadline to re-register has passed. So I want you to stick with me. This is a wild ride, but it is one that you need to take. Since the 2020 election, over 100,000 petitions to take people off the rolls in Georgia have been made. There are safeguards in place that protect people from being purged from voter rolls, but those safeguards have been eroded and in many ways taken away by the actions of our state Republican leaders. Since 3 weeks ago, the Georgia Secretary of State's office released a brand new voter portal that allows a voter to cancel his or her registration. Now, they said this is ideal for someone who has left the state, has not gone through the legal process of canceling.
All of them are all corrupt. I remember when I was watching the video the first time it came of Trump talking to this guy about to find him whatever number of votes. It wasn't him who recorded it, it was someone else. But I remember the first time I came across it and I'm like, I could feel this guy would want to do something like that for Trump. They all are corrupt. All of them. God help us. These are freaking old people who's about to go and they're messing it up for the young. That's, for the young people. Let's continue.
Canceling their registration. Or for families who have a loved one who has transitioned. That's what they say is the reason as to why this portal was created. All you need to cancel your registration or to have your registration canceled by someone else is for them to know your first initial, your last name, your birthday, and the last 4 digits of your social. And if by chance you felt as though the information that I just talked about was secure, you know that we as American citizens have been a part of numerous data breaches. But not only have we been a part of numerous data breaches in the state of Georgia, the same ones that you've been a part of. Actual Secretary of State's office had a data error in the code for the program that exposed all of the voter information out there to God knows who over the course of 2 days. We try to make that as clear as possible. The Secretary of State created a brand new portal, and on that portal, inside of the coding, they gave away our information, the information that you would need to literally cancel people's registration. Shared by the online website The Current, oversight by IT workers during a test phase meant that for at least 2 days, vital data such as driver's license information or partial social security numbers like the last 4 digits that you need to cancel your registration would have been visible to malicious actors. Malicious actors who want to go in and cancel the registration of reliable Democrats, super voters like me.
Yeah, they probably did that on purpose because they have their people. They said, on this particular day, we're going to make it public or pretend there's an issue and then grab all this information. And then when it's time to vote, just go to work and remove those people. My goodness.
Because they know that we're going to vote, we're reliable, we always show up for every single election. And if you're still thinking that this is no big deal, my favorite Atlanta news station, Atlanta News First, did a quick demonstration of how easy it is to cancel anyone's voter registration. Take a look at this.
It's been live only for about a week now, and yet it has been the subject of multiple unsuccessful attempts to cancel registrations of high-profile officials like Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene and Brad Raffensperger, the Secretary of State himself. A cybersecurity researcher named Jason Parker alerted us and ProPublica over the weekend that he was able to bypass the validation measures to request cancellation of his own registration with nothing more than his name and birth date.
You do still need name, county, and birth date, just to be clear. And now this is where the magic begins. I'm going to right-click the driver's license field. I'm going to click Inspect. That opens up a console window that shows the source code, the HTML source code for the page. I'm going to go to the main div for that section. I'm going to hit delete and just delete it.
Delete it.
And then I'm going to click submit, and my registration has been canceled. It's as easy as that.
Learning about this from Blue ATL Georgia, one of my favorite accounts on the Malcolm X app. I have literally checked voter registration data every single week since, and I urge you to do the exact same thing if you are a Georgia voter. I need you to share this widely with Georgia voters, this video and this content, and do all the things to the content so that it gets a greater reach and people know exactly what's happening in this state. Several organizations like the NAACP are attempting to intervene. Georgia has recently gotten a cease and desist, but I don't know if it's going to make a difference, because despite the official cease and desist from a number of civil rights and voting rights organizations, portal to cancel a Georgia voter's registration is still up, and it looks exactly like the page that you can go to check to see if your voter registration is still valid. And they also require the exact same information.
This is ridiculous. These people, they're not. This is why Trump is not even talking about anything significant. Nothing important. When you hear him talking, it's just BS after BS after BS. Because he knows they're fixing the thing for him. You know, those Republicans run, counties or you name it, states. They're fixing it for him. So when he goes, if he does win, so he just go and do his damage. Like I've always said, it's hard to build, but easy to destroy. So he's just gonna go and destroy whatever. Oh, there's more thing here. Let's pause here. I need to have you on my podcast. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia as well, so we can bring this to the people's eyes, what's going on in Georgia. Okay, let's do it. I'm always ready for a good interview. All right, so that's this person here. Okay. All right, so but the main thing is this. Okay, that's what I wanted to share with you. All right, now I'm gonna go on a thread. This one is pretty long. It explains some stuff here that's very important as well. Okay, Kamala Harris is taking power back from the press corps. She learned from Biden's fatal error, a thread. All right, and I started reading this. I didn't finish with everything. I started reading this, and the first thing that popped up in my mind was Harry and Meghan, who no longer deal with the UK press. Okay, they're doing their own thing, and this is what this thread made me realize. Is this okay? 1. The first thing you need to know about the vice president's approach to the Washington press corps is look how well she's doing as a result. Kamala Harris is now leading Donald Trump in some national polling averages as well as some swing states polls. 2. True, her lead is within the margin of error in most cases, but that's an improvement from where the Democrats were before Joe Biden's dropout of the running and orchestrated instantaneous unification around his second in command. 3. I don't think I'm overstating this. Her lead, the millions she's bringing in, the 1,000 who are signing up to help the big Mo, I think all of it comes directly from her campaign's decision not to give the press corps too much access too fast. Okay? This is the part here. I think that decision comes directly from the fact that Harris saw firsthand what the press corps did to Joe Biden's campaign. Yeah, they're against her. All mainstream media is just putting Trump's BS nonstop. What was it? It's one of the videos that I share with you from Lawrence O'Donnell. the press knew Kamala Harris was gonna be somewhere to do one of her campaign trail, right? And then when Trump know that she was gonna be doing whatever the rally, that's the word, the rally, he did a press conference in Mar-a-Lago. That's all the mainstream media was showing. And when you listen to what Trump was saying, it's completely BS. Nothing significant. They didn't even show Kamala Harris things live. And this is why Lawrence O'Donnell had to show her rally, her speech in the rally during his segment, because mainstream media did not show it. So why give them the satisfaction of trashing you anyway? So that's another thing as well. Learn a few things from Playbook of Harry and Meghan. Okay, 5. Some members of the press corps have noticed how well Harris is doing without them, and apparently it doesn't sit right. Here's Chris, was it Celiza, with a representative sampling. 6. The former Post writer said the vice president has been almost entirely ignoring the media since she launched her campaign, and that's bad, he said. Okay, it's the same thing. They bring their nonsense from the UK. They knew she was doing the rally. They ignore her, all mainstream media. Instead, they went to Trump talking BS. All right, Celiza, it bypassed the argument that the media is a critical part of our political system, and any candidate who wants to be president, whether they are winning or losing, should be regularly subjected to scrutiny from the press. Well, you are gonna scrutinize her anyway in a negative way, so what's the point? Okay, 8. Even if I agree that candidates who want to be president should be regularly subjected to media scrutiny, I don't think this press corps, as it is currently organized, is able to. Okay, there are exceptions, of course, but this press corps is generally not equipped to scrutinize candidates on matters of fact and substance. I said this because this press corps has conspicuously traded matters of fact and substance for vibes. Alright, it didn't matter what Joe Biden did: pull the country out of pandemic, dodge a recession, tame inflation, grow jobs, revive every single one of the left behind counties that voted for Trump in 2016 because of economic anxiety. It didn't matter what Joe Biden did. The press corps decided nothing was more important than his age. And what's that? Is that LOL? I don't know what's this. 2024 became an election about vibes, and vibes ended his candidacy. Okay, vibes are the press corps' forte. The UK playbook, the nonsense, talking about entertainment. Okay, that has absolutely nothing to do with everyday people's lives. Vibes are this press corps' forte, not fact and substance. If fact and substance were its strength, there would have been a different reaction to the disaster debate during which Biden talks about policy and issues while Trump didn't bother. Yeah, that's the thing too. Okay, Trump was incoherent and false, but he came off as confident and strong, and he came off as that way because the press corps' forte isn't fact and substance. The same BS as the UK. If facts and substance were important, there would also have been a different reaction to Biden's NATO press conference last month. He did it after the disaster debate to show he still had what it takes. He talks for an hour about foreign affairs, international laws, and wars. My goodness, these are important things. But this press corps didn't hear any of that after Biden said Vice President Trump, he put it in quote by the way, Vice President Trump's by mistake, there's no grace for the old in Washington, nor is there interest in anything but vibes in the Washington press corps. Again, the same BS as the UK, and I'm glad she's ignoring them. There was a time when liberals and Democrats would have nodded in agreement with Chris Celiza on the merit of candidates being regularly subject to scrutiny. But after this press corps made a fetish of Biden's age, I don't see any more room for the benefit of the doubt, and there's no going back. This press corps made the election about vibes. Again, this is the thing about the UK. This is why they sent their people over here, Will Lewis and all of this, to do their BS, to run the propaganda machine. Okay, this press corps made the election about vibes, and it's going to remain an election about vibes. And if those vibes now grain against the instincts of this press corps, tough shit. You reap what you sow. Alright. In the future, we might look back and see the most important difference between the Biden and Harris campaign is their level of trust in the press corps. The president believed voters will reward him for the substantial things he has done, and he trusted and did. He depended on the press corps to inform voters as it's supposed to. Yep, they didn't do that. But where he saw facts and substance, the press corps saw only vibes. Again, the UK BS that is being done here. And I'm glad people are seeing it. And depending on the press corps to get his message across the voters, Biden effectively handed over power that was rightfully his. Okay, he allowed the press corps to be the principal arbiters of his reality rather than reserving that right for himself. You could say Biden was waiting for power to be given to him, and he suffered gravely for it. Okay, you know, the thing we had, the fundamental thing we had here for the press to inform people and things like that. No, the UK came and messed it up. Alright, Will Lewis, Washington Post, Wall Street Journal, even New York Times. People used to think it's a reliable source, but no, they're full of BS. Okay, by contrast, the Harris campaign is not letting the press corps wedge itself between her and voters. She is not allowing the news media to mediate her message. She's preventing the press corps from speaking for her, and she's preventing it from exercising a veto on her speech. And that she is taking power, defining her campaign as well as Trump's. She is turning the narrative about Biden's age 81 back against Trump's 78, such that whatever he says in self-defense is seen as proof as the allegation against him. Okay, this decision leaves the press corps on the outside looking in. She's sustaining a conversation with voters directly on her own terms, and she's doing well as a direct consequences of that decision. And let's not forget, and the amount of money she raised and that allow her to go around the country to do the campaign, the rallies that she's doing as well. And from what I've heard, is like almost in every state. Trump owed those states money from past things. He never paid them. Alright, but being on the outside looking in feels bad to people who see themselves as the adjudicators of American politics. They have incentives to turn attention back to where they think it belongs. Alright? That's why some are busy manufacturing a phony moral standard by which to scam Harris into playing by their rules. That phony moral standard goes something like this. Courtesy today of Chris Saliza. It's been 23 days since Joe Biden ended his candidacy. It's been 7 days since Kamala Harris was formally named the Democratic presidential nominee. She has yet to sit for an interview with any media outlet, and she has answered less than 5 total questions from the press. Knowing what we know now and see what we have seen so far, she doesn't owe them anything. It's working. She's talking directly to who's matter, the people who's gonna go in the voting booth and cast their vote. This is what matter, and I'm glad she's doing that. Okay, he's being coy, but in essence, he's saying that Harris is violating some kind of a taboo, or worse, she doesn't owe them anything. Okay, that she's hiding something of great importance from voters. No, she's talking to them directly. They thought they hold a card. So she's bypassing the middleman. Okay, that's what it is. The press is the middleman. They were supposed to tell the truth and tell the people the truth, but instead they're creating some narrative of BS. So instead, she leave them behind and go straight to the people, the ones who's really matter. And this is why everything Trump is trying to do crash in front of his face. This is the same playbook as the UK, and I'm glad Harris and Walz are bypassing the press. Alright, there is no law book declaring that candidates shall talk to reporters. There is a playbook, if that's what you mean, but not a law book. The vice president could go the whole time without talking to one reporter, and she will not have done anything morally wrong. Okay, I will repeat myself till I burst. This is a democracy. Harris is obliged to talk to Americans. That's the end of her obligation. She's not obliged to talk to the press corps as if it were a constituency. If she stopped talking to voters, that would be disqualifying. That's it. That's it. Alright, this is an ad. Kamala Harris should school the major media and do interviews with the local media. Just like Harry and Meghan. That's it. It takes a narrative away and they don't twist what you said. It's just you and the local media. There's me here. That is exactly what came to mind. This is why mainstream media has been hijacked and they keep showing BS of the former, that's Trump. The UK sent their rejects to come school us, USA. They should have left Meghan Markle alone because of their terrorization of her. We learned from it. May God continue to protect her. Harry and Meghan, pointing down there, they sacrificed so much for us. So much. Alright, so there's all of that. Alright, but the main thing is the thread I wanted to share with you. Alright, so let's go to the next one. Next tweet. Oh my god, those texts are looking weird and weird in my eyes. Okay, so what is that? Oh, I took it from the other one. Okay, Kamala Harris is taking power back from the press corps. She learned from Biden's fatal error, a thread. So that's the thread that I just read. Okay, this arrived in my mailbox this morning from Poynter. Alright, let's see here. When will Kamala Harris meet the press? Let's see here. Harris became the presumptive Democratic nominee for president when Joe Biden announced on July 21st that he will not seek a second term. In the 24 days since, Harris has jetted around the country, holding rallies and energizing what had been a stagnant Democratic base. She has spoken to adoring crowds who cheer her every syllable. But she hasn't held a formal press conference or sat down with a major network or cable news show. No 60 Minutes, no Meet the Press, no CNN, no nothing. Good. I'm glad. Because it's just BS that's going on in their network. And why should she? At least at this time, her polling numbers continue to climb. Donations for her campaign are pouring in. Media coverage has been mostly positive. And what once presumed to be a runaway victory for Trump in November has now turned into what appears to be a dead heat. With no such going, I just don't understand why people will vote for this guy. I just don't understand. Not only we've seen his type of governing, okay? He let the pandemic end, talked negative about everything. Why will anybody vote for this guy? Millions of people die because of his nonsense and incompetency. Alright, with so much going her way, Harris' decision to hold off on any major interviews is prudent, at least for the moment. And when they're gonna have a debate, they should just wait for the debate, and that's it. Because they're not here. The media's not here to help anybody. They're here to help themselves. They want to make money and hear sound bites here and there, but nothing significant for the middle class. Alright, and no way is this a defense of Harris for not facing tough questions from the media, but the smart move is to set the narrative at the convention and then consider a major interview or press conference. Harris has already said she plans on giving an interview by the end of the month, but as the Associated Press David Border writes, given that modern presidential campaigns are essentially marketing operations, Harris' stance is not surprising. For the theme behind candidates, the goal is to control the message as much as possible, said Kevin Madden, a Republican communications strategist who was senior advisor to Mitt Romney's campaigns in 2008 and 2012. Border adds, interviews and news conferences take that control away. Candidates are at the mercy of questions that journalists raise. Even if they try to change the subject, news outlets decide which answers are newsworthy and will be sliced and diced into sound bites that rocket around social media, frequently devoid of the context in which they were uttered. That's it. This is it. This is so true. Okay, can you send the link, please? Sorry, I missed this, but glad other people found the link for you. Alright, that's an ad. Poynter View has been a journalistic North Star for me since my first reporting seminar there in 1993. 2 solid takes from the Institute, and there's this person here. The article refers to tough question from the media. When was the last time the media asked Trump a tough question? Meanwhile, every Biden press conference is turned into a farce by the twerp from Fox until there are decent professional journalists limit access. That's it. That's it. This is the same playbook as Harry and Meghan. Just limit their access. Okay, the media has lost all credibility. By the way, they're covering Trump. They allow him to run all over them without any pushback because they wanted access. They've done a huge disservice to the viewers. Harris' campaign is doing the right thing. I think so too. All right, maybe she is waiting until she is official nominee. That is until after the convention next week. Maybe or maybe not. Whatever she's doing right now, it's working. We've seen, or at least I've seen, how the media in the UK works, and this is the same playbook they're doing over here. Okay, they already had Biden's number to the T. All right, when they realized that, I think they put all of their eggs in one basket to trash Biden. They even send their rejects over here to do the Washington Post and all of that. Okay, start writing BS. So now there's Harris and Biden, Harris and Waltz, who ignore them completely. Similar to Harry and Meghan, they're doing just fine without them. All right. That's this. I plan at Poynter periodically to hold media accountable. They are as toothless as once meaningful fourth estate. Now I get most of my news from scrappy upstart online outlets. The media is mostly about clickbait. That's right, not news. They have worked themselves into irrelevance. That's it. Yep. Oh my goodness, the same stupidity that's going on in the UK. Okay, he has a point. She's a F idiot. Everyone already knows it. Why would she open her mouth and prove them all right? I don't know. This is some idiot who's talking. She's doing fine. She's moving up the poll without the help. And then when she says something, they want to trash her and everything. She's doing just fine. Let's go to the next one. Okay, it's a CNN video. I don't remember what this is about. And then after that, I have one more regarding Colombia. All right, let's see here. At Costa asked Harris Communication Director Michael Tyler about holding a press conference. Tyler says the priority is engaging voters. That's it. We will commit to directly. That's it. The voters is what's matter. You wanted to be the safeguard of everything, but when you're supposed to tell the people the news, you just BS. People don't even, well, I guess they do, but the majority of well-minded people don't even watch those news media anymore because they have been hijacked to freaking idiots who focus on money only. And they know if Trump goes into power, they could do whatever they want. Pay Trump some money to erase any laws that they have here. So nobody's paying attention to them anymore. Okay? Tyler says the priority is engaging voters. We will commit to directly. Engage with the voters. They're actually going to decide this election. That's it. This is a playbook of Harry and Meghan thing here. Let's listen. 2 minutes and 3 seconds. There'll be screenshots.
Michael, I'm sure this is not going to be the first time you've heard this question, but the Trump campaign is also going after the vice president for not doing enough interviews, for not holding a press conference. Would it kill you guys to have a press conference? Why hasn't she had a press conference?
Listen, the Vice President and Governor Walz have been busy crisscrossing this country since the launch of this campaign and adding Governor Walz to the ticket. You saw the ways in which they went across the battleground states last week, generating rallies of thousands, 10,000 here, 15,000 there. But
Michael, a campaign rally is not a press conference.
It doesn't matter.
Do you mind if I?
It's directly to the people. It's the people who's gonna vote who directly listening from their mouth. Okay, you guys, like the thread that I just read, you pick sound bites here and there. You don't show the full context. You narrate the things the way you want. So they're going directly to the voters.
A campaign rally is not a press conference. Why hasn't she had a press conference? She's the vice president. She can handle the questions. Why not do it?
We absolutely are going to do it. You hear her take questions as she's out on the stump, and she said last week, we're going to be having a sit-down interview here before the end of the month. of what she's going to be focused on and what this campaign is going to be focused on is communicating directly with the voters that are actually going to decide the
That's
pathway
right.
to 270 electoral votes. That's why
Can
she,
you
Governor
commit to a
Walz,
press conference
went across
this
the
week?
country this past week. That's why we're doing a bus tour in Pennsylvania as we head into Chicago. And it's why we'll sit down for an interview before the end of the month to make sure that we can have a deep dive conversation about the vision that Kamala Harris has for where she wants to take this country and the contrast that we're going to have with Donald Trump. We're going to have plenty of opportunities to do that throughout the
Michael,
rest of
but one interview by the end of the month.
this month and throughout the rest of the campaign.
I don't want to, belabor this, but one interview before the end of the month. I mean, that's not a lot. I mean, can you commit to a press conference before the end of the month?
We will commit to directly engage with the voters that are actually going to decide this election. And that is going to be complete with rallies, with sit-down interviews, with press conferences, with all the digital assets that we have at our disposal. We are running a campaign that is built to communicate with the voters that are actually going to decide the pathway to 270 electoral votes. We are confident in the plan that we have in place, and we're going to execute on that plan.
That's it. That's it. Yeah, you screw yourself. Telling people BS. Alright, sorry, Jem, but the people are more important than the corporate media. Okay, the voters are more important than a group of moronic press hungry with stupid gotcha question. Look at what the press didn't do at Trump's fake presser. They have themselves to blame. Carry on, Harris Waltz. Alright, so that. I hope she continues to ignore them until they figure out why. Okay, the press is garbage. That's it. That's it. Okay, directly engage with voters. That's exactly what we need. The power lies with the people, not the press room. Let's keep the focus where it belongs, on the voters who will shape our future. That's it. Okay, it's so weird how the mainstream media just echo everything Trump says. Why does she need to give press conference? Because he did, and he said she should give more press conferences. Okay, translation, we don't trust her to speak without a teleprompter. Who cares? As long as she's talking directly to the people. You need to release the emails, James. Stop protecting Trump. Okay, reading off a teleprompter does not equal engaging with voters. Boom. Still, afterward, you will see she will stop and talk to some people. I believe that, I don't remember which rally she was in, and right after, when they were saying she was not talking to the reporters, she went straight to one of the reporters and said, "What do you got for me?" Straight to them. Okay, F the media, F the press. We the people are tired of their BS. Power to the people. That's it. Acosta is a crybaby. Directly engage voters via never talking to them. Forget the press. They're a bunch of lying. That's the word here. I honestly could care less if she ever talked to any of them. Alright, so she pointing here. Okay, she is smart not to assist you creating a vortex of anti-Harris nonsense, especially since it will predictably be ordered by magnitude more intense than that just witnessed against Biden, and coming from people clad and ever more ridiculous. Alright, that's an ad. Alright, what is that? Look like in different language. Well, that's handy. 24 days of non-engagement. So when does the engagement begin? It doesn't matter. She's going straight to the people, listening to her, because when she did her rally, they went to Trump talking nonsense in Mar-a-Lago. Alright, so this is my last one. That's regarding Harry and Meghan. And I think this is telling the list of things. Oh no, that's not it. Okay, day one, arrival in Bogotá, August 15, which is today. Harry and Meghan will begin their Colombia tour in Bogotá, the nation's capital, Sussexes Colombia. Expected to dive straight into their activities with a series of engagement planned for their first day. I'm gonna leave this link in the description. I already have it, but it's it tells pretty much what is it, their schedule. Okay, maybe I'll take it apart and share it with you. The Sussexes in Colombia, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's 4-day tour to highlight Colombia's cultural and social initiative. Okay, the Sussexes, Harry and Meghan, are set to embark on a significant visit to Colombia from August 15 to August 18, invited by Colombia's Vice President Francia Marquez. This visit promises to be a high-profile event, with the couple set to explore various cultural and social initiatives across the country. While their full itinerary remains tightly controlled due to security concerns, a few details have been revealed. Here's a closer look at what's known about the Sussexes' visit to Colombia. Day 1, arrival in Bogotá, August 15. Harry and Meghan will begin their Colombian tour in Bogotá, the nation's capital. The couple is expected to dive straight into their activities, with a series of engagement planned for their first day. While the specifics remain under wrap, their presence in Bogotá marks the start of a closely watched visit. Alright, so you guys could can I read this? No, it's very small, so if I'll enlarge it when I'm editing, and you guys could pause and read it. Alright, but it's really small for me. The official press release invitation to the Sussexes by Vice President Francia Marquez, Rebecca via Duchess of Sussex, IG. Day 2, engagement in Bogotá, August 16. Continuing their stay in Bogotá, the Sussexes will participate in several significant events. Notably, they will engage with local leaders and participate in discussions surrounding the World Ministerial Conference for the Elimination of Violence Against Children. This day will likely highlight their ongoing commitment to social justice and child welfare, themes central to their philanthropic effort. Day 3, exploring Cartagena, August 17. On that third day, Harry and Meghan will travel to the historic city of Cartagena. Their visit will include a trip to San Basilio de Palenque, sorry if I pronounce those words wrong, a location of profound historical significance as the first free town in the Americas. This visit will likely draw attention to the region's rich cultural heritage and ongoing preservation efforts. Okay. Day 4, cultural immersion in Cali, August 18. The final leg of their Colombian tour will take the Sussexes to Cali, where they will attend the 28th edition of the Pacific Music Festival, Petronio Alvarez. This event celebrates the vibrant musical tradition of the Pacific region and serves as a key cultural gathering. Additionally, the couple will explore local social initiatives, further emphasizing their interest in Colombia's cultural and social landscape. The Sussexes' visit is particularly significant for Cali, as the city prepares to host the upcoming COP16 biodiversity. Oh, I did not know that. Okay. Biodiversity conference, adding a layer of international interest to the Sussexes' presence. Harry and Meghan's visit to Colombia is more than just a tour. It's a spotlight on the country's cultural, social, and environmental effort. As they move from Bogotá to Cartagena and finally to Cali, the engagement will likely underscore Colombia's role on the global stage, particularly in areas of social justice and cultural preservation. Back in May 2024, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle embarked on a 3-day tour of Nigeria, which was marked by a series of impactful activities. Given the success of their visit to Nigeria, we can anticipate that their upcoming tour in Colombia will similarly bring significant benefits and leave a lasting positive impact on the people of Colombia. Alright, so that's what they highlight. They don't go in too much little nits and gritty details due to security reason. Alright, the link is in the description if you want to check it. I'm gonna put it separately. It will be in this video, the entire thing, the political part, and then I will take it apart and put it by itself, because the video that I'm recording this today is gonna be scheduled while I'm on vacation. So this part, which is more important to the now, because today is the day that they will be arriving in Colombia, so I'll put that by itself. Okay, so that's it. Maybe I'll have more to share with you, but for now, this is it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. And don't forget to check my shop. I have Spread Shop, where I create some new shirts yesterday right after I finished some of my recordings. There's the childless cat lady. Okay, so there's things with different cats, and these were somewhat old, but they're pretty much some of the latest designs that I have. There's this here, mind your own damn business. I put this, that's my typical symbol. All right, and then if you are interested in puzzles, check my Zazzle shop, and I have cups with different images, and there are some puzzles that they are here. Places that I've been, took some pictures and turned them into puzzles. All right, so these are ways you could help support my channels. Okay, thank you for watching.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness, and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life. You are all in this together, and if I may speak personally, we are all in this together, because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better